Hello, welcome back. I'm Tonya from Tonya's Witchy Kitchen, and how are you doing today? My glasses need to be adjusted. they're never sitting right. I wonder if that's why I can't see off my computer sometimes. Sometimes I feel like I'm blind. Yeah, probably need to be adjusted. But anyway, I thought I would give you a little update on the farm animal situation, and it's not looking good for the home team, let me tell you. So, in the course of the summer, we lost our baby gosling from last year. Yes. And then they were down to 2 eggs because Maggie kept stealing, Willow kept stealing the goose eggs and eating them, and they were down to 2. And we came back the last time from Minnesota in August. Their shack, it looks like a hunting shed, ice house, whatever. It's this plastic over the thing. Okay, it had been shredded. The wind had just shredded it. So this poor goose sat on her eggs like 23 and 3/4 hours a day. I kid you not. Like, you could see her every once in a while get up, and she'd run down down the yard, and then run back, just kind of like this quick, and her wings would be out, and she'd be just all, it was super crazy. But not even 5 minutes, and then she'd go back and sit. And so we're not sure what happened, but being out in the open was probably not a good thing, being we do have predators around here. And so we did find 1 egg in the yard later on, but she already knew it was gone. So we have no goslings this year. As far as chickens, none of them got butchered that were purchased last Christmas when we had all the little hatchlings. And but we've had quite a few roosters die over the course of summer because there's too many roosters. If there's too many quarterbacks on the field, nothing gets done. If there's too many managers and not enough workers, nothing gets done. And same in the hen house. If there's too many roosters, nothing gets done because they're just fighting all the time and beating each other up and, chicken things. So we've lost quite a few roosters, chickens, whatever. I don't count specifically. I just know we've lost quite a few. I don't know. Yeah, it's crazy. As for the goats, we had one mama have 3 baby goats. Well, it was kind of cold here, right? And they're not calves. They're not hardy like calves at all. And my son did say it wasn't really very spry when it was first born, so could have had something else wrong with it. But it died over a really cold spell, and my middle son was just ticked off. He went and got a straw bale, put it in the middle, of the yard, and just proceeded to, fill her little pen up with straw. Well, we've lost another one in the process, so we're down to 1 little goat, and he's a cutie, but I don't know why we have goats. They just destroy everything. I'm serious, you guys. Don't get a goat. They destroy everything. But on to the other subject is, in the process, because of those goats, we didn't put them in, they didn't go in the garage. Okay? Last year this winter, they were in the garage to stay warm. So, being it wasn't super cold yet, they just put them in the chicken area that is fenced in, so, hawks can't get in, and it's just it's their winter outside area when they're totally penned up. And it worked well for her, but we had to close off the door so the chickens couldn't get out because they couldn't get out totally without somebody letting them out, right? So my husband cut another door in the chicken coop and just proceeded to put some rocks or something there so they could get in. I don't know. Like, my thought process would have been put a slanted board so they could walk up and walk down. I mean, it would make it easier, right? But anyway, in the process of that, we found out we had 2 ducks that had little ducklings, and they couldn't get into the chicken coop at night, so they died. Yes. Bad. As for the horses are doing great. My son got his one bred, so maybe we'll have a pony next spring. Not a pony. We will have a horse, a baby horse. What the heck are they called? Oh my gosh, my brain fried. Colt. It took me a minute. Oh, okay. We will have a baby colt next spring. That would be so awesome. In the meantime, he bought a pony. Literally a pony. Not even going there. But as for cows, my son's poodle calf is what he calls it because she's gray and curly hair. She, once again, just a wonderful mother, popped out a little grayish colored calf. These are all from the bucking bulls, so we really don't know where they're coming from, like, you know, which bull they're from. And then my son had bought a bucking heifer? Was she a heifer? And she proceeded to kick out this little white and brown calf. I think I told you about him. He looks like Gizmo on Gremlins, those colors. Seriously. And this thing is cute, and he's stout, and yeah. So I mean, on the calf front, you know, we're doing good. You know, we're gonna find out if the other heifer is bred or not. If she's not bred, she's going because she's psycho. She's so psycho. Yeah. I don't like dealing with psycho cows. Yeah, but anyway, that is how it's been. And with the dogs, they acquired a pet cat that my husband has proceeded to call Hey Man, and thinks it can come in my house. No freaking way. I'm done. Like, nope. So he's not allowed in the house. He waits at the door, and then him and Maggie does kind of play, but Willow and him will proceed to play. Like, the cat chases the dog chases the cat. They're running around here, they're over there. It's so super crazy. And then when Willow comes in, the cat wants to come in, and no, I'm sorry, the cat's not coming in. So yeah, it's a tough life. But yeah, it's not looking good for the home team. It hasn't been a very good year, that's for sure. For different reasons, but anyway, thought I'd give you a little update. I don't know if I have. I just feel like I've been slacking on some things. But anyway, today we are doing the Woodgrain pour number 2, and this is my Lemongrass and Spearmint. I didn't even know it was a Woodgrain pour when I did it. It was more like I did it off of Tree Marie, and she did the bowl, the way I do the bowl. I don't know, is it called a Clyde pour? I don't know. Somebody said that too. So I don't know what it's called. I call it a bowl. It's not a bowl swirl. It's like a in the bowl line pour. I don't know. Whatever the hell you call it. I don't know. I just do. But so don't critique my mold, because this is a new mold, and yes, I'm not going to show you my mold. But anyway, 3 things. Dream big. Be true to you. You are worth it. And let's go check out the Woodgrain pour number 2. And to the soap. Lemongrass Spearmint. This one I have been making for quite a while. It was one of my first Woodgrain pours, actually. I just kept cutting it wrong. Imagine how I felt when I found that out. But anyway, so the blend is essential oils. It is lemongrass, it is spearmint, and it is a little bit of patchouli. Why patchouli? Because patchouli will help anchor the fragrance. It's a good base note, if you follow those things. And this is the ratio in there for soap. So, you know, people with the new IFRAs are, you know, essential oils can be irritating. I don't know. My daughter loves the soap. Like, absolutely loves the soap. Whether it's the liquid soap, I should say the scent blend, liquid soap, solid soap, she loves it. My colors. Okay, the green is Apple Moss Green from Brambleberry. The blue is Aphrodite Blue by Mad Micas, I think. The yellow is Love of Sunshine, and the white is Titanium Dioxide. Every time I do this soap, I tell myself I'm going to change that blue out for an orange or like a brownish red, because that's really what lemongrass is. I don't know why I put the blue in there. I really don't. Because I think I would get more definition if I had that, burnt sienna color, right? Or mahogany or whatever. But this is the pour side of the bowl. Each color, so many seconds. I do blop it a few times. I think it's called a Clyde swirl or something. Like I said, I've heard it said. I'm not sure. I can't even verify it. But I did this way back. Way back. When I was making little tiny 1.5 ounce soaps. Most people would call them guest soaps, but that was the soap I made. I was having fun with it, But that's really all you do. You just keep going. The bad thing is those very first few lines, or pores, as you pour, you can see the soap gets a little bit thicker. But that first part it's kind of like the 70s soap. It's kind of it gets a little muddy and running too, and I don't know how to prevent that. I have been thinking of doing this into 2 containers, two of my little small ones there, right? Pouring half into one and half into the other, and then when I do my pour, use half of the one and go back to the other one, use half that one, and then maybe I'll get more definition out of it. I don't know if it matters. I really don't think it matters for this pour, but so use up every little bit. And this is a special mold. We're not even going to get into what this mold is made out of. Just know that it is wrapped with wax paper, so it will be fine. Not my regular mold. I did this so I could cut this a specific way. And I'm really sorry because my head gets in the way. So we're really close up because I'm short and, probably should have had my camera at a different angle. And do you see the muddy part coming? It's not too muddy. It's just the definition isn't there. You know what I mean? It's there, but it's not totally there. For the top, I took a tip from, I can't remember her name now, and I just drizzled what I had left on top. Just drizzled the colors, and because I didn't know what to do with the rest of it, I actually just cleaned out my bowls into a silicone mold and made just an extra little bar that I probably will give my daughter because she just loves the soap. And just kind of, did tried to thin it out to make it look like wood grain. And it actually worked really well. I actually have to say it did. Put a little knots in there, and I called it good. It got seed popped, it got sprayed. Now you're gonna see my mold, how bad my mold was. Just whoa, yeah, it was a little wonky. Yeah, I don't know what happened to the side, and then the bottom. Yeah, it wasn't even. Yeah, there's all sorts of things wrong with this, but you know what? There was a ton of things right. The first thing was I measured my mold wrong, so then I had to measure my bars this way so that they were all the same size. That's a great way to, if you have an uneven cut, just put it at a slant and figure out you know, where your numbers you need to be, and it works out great. And I get to see my cutting skills. They've improved over the years. Yeah, they've improved. They've improved greatly, let me tell you. That's what it would look like if I cut it the normal way. And that's usually how I cut the Lemongrass Spearmint soap. So that's what the next batch of bars after this will look like. They will have that nice curvy, defined, you know, scalloped, I don't know what you call it. But look at that. Look at that. Now that's a cool wood grain soap. And it's very light right now. It isn't going to darken up. It'll darken up just a tiny bit, not really a lot. The other thing is the lemongrass and spearmint. I don't think the lemongrass has so much, but the spearmint will de-accelerate the batter. So it does help keep it nice and fluid. Not all essential oils do. So just note that, because some of them will speed it up, you know. It's just a thing. But here are the bars when they are first cut, and I'm not going to give you fragrance notes because you know what it is. Here are the bars a few weeks later. Definitely a little greener, more defined, as you can see. But anyway, I hope you had a good time. Thank you for dropping by. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.